With a new year around the corner, we like to talk about the year we're leaving behind. Among the most popular year-enders is Time Magazine's Person of the Year. Now, you probably know where I'm going with this. I don't even need to say the person's name or put up a picture, but we'll do it anyhow. Here we go. You guessed it, this is a segment about Taylor Swift. Stay with me. The pop star sensation who is Time Magazine's Person of the Year. You might think that's a great choice. You might also think that's a ridiculous choice. Either way, let's consider the decision for just a moment. Swift is now in the same club as Barack Obama, Donald Trump, Richard Nixon, Mark Zuckerberg, Gandhi, even Adolf Hitler. That's right, Time Magazine wasn't pulling punches back in the 30s. Sometimes the winner isn't just one person, like the astronauts of the Apollo 8 mission or the whistleblowers of the Me Too movement. Sometimes it's not a person at all. The computer won in 1982. So do we really believe Taylor Swift belongs in this group? A musician, someone who sings about break.
Haters gonna.
Okay. Dan, pump your brakes, bud. I know you aren't about to talk smack on Taylor Swift on TV. You have a career. You have a family to think about. Don't embarrass yourself here, pal.
Well, look who it is.
My twin brother and famous Swiftie, Don Haggerty.
So I don't think you're being fair. I really don't. Not to Taylor Swift, not to her accomplishments either.
Really? You think she is Person of the Year?
Yeah, Dan, I do. And I think it's pretty simple. First, this is a long time coming, okay? An artist has never been Time's Person of the Year. Isn't culture as important as politics and science? Also, the fact that it's an unconventional pick is why it works. Let's keep looking back at previous winners, like you like to do. Wallace Simpson, she was Person of the Year in 1936. She wasn't a politician or a religious leader. No, she's the reason we got Queen Elizabeth II. You see, King Edward VIII wanted to marry Wallace Simpson so badly, he gave the crown to his brother, Queen Elizabeth's father. So, Time's first ever female pick actually led to the longest reigning English monarch in history. Sure, they could have picked FDR, Jesse Owens, or Francisco Franco, but they didn't. So get over it.
Okay, all right. First, not gonna lie, it's pretty wild. I didn't know a lot of that stuff. Second, no, I'm not gonna get over it. So let's consider some of the other people who could have been Person of the Year this year. How about the ones tasked with pulling us out of inflation? Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen, or Chairman of the Fed, Jerome Powell. He's the guy that keeps raising interest rates to these historic highs. Or how about, I don't know, the Supreme Court, the people who overturned Roe v. Wade, ended affirmative action, upheld liability protections for big social media companies, and maintained the power of state courts with elections? Sure, they didn't sell out the Staples Center, but they did a few things of note, wouldn't you say? What about ChatGPT? Sam Altman's responsible for the artificial intelligence that's changing the world. Look, when machines take over the planet, I'm pretty sure his name is going to be in the footnotes, not Travis Kelce.
Will you relax? First of all, do you know that Altman won Time's CEO of the Year? Isn't that good enough for you? And I'm glad you brought up Kelce. I really am. Because the NFL saw ratings explode when Taylor was in the stands. That is power and influence. Her economic impact is unlike anything we have ever seen. Time Magazine put it this way: to discuss her movements felt like discussing politics or weather. If you're skeptical, consider it. How many conversations did you have about Taylor Swift this year? Now look, we live in a pretty serious time. I get it. But there's still some room for you to think about something positive. Lighten up, Dan, okay?
Okay, all right. Fine, I'll lighten up. Let's even say I agree with you. All right, people love her. Her tour was a huge success. She made tons of money. But if that's the criteria, why not Beyonce? Is there something about Taylor that maybe you think gave her a little edge?
Honestly, I have a thing. That's all the time we have right now. Thank you for having me, Dan. I appreciate it. Good luck with the rest of the show. You're doing great, bud.
Yeah, well, isn't that convenient? So as we end this year and head into the next, remember, this is the place to have tough conversations, to challenge each other, to argue sometimes, regardless of the topic, even at the risk of offending Taylor Swift fans. That can be dangerous. We're ready for tough conversations in 2024. In-Depth isn't going anywhere. Tell me what you think about this topic or anything else. What do you want to see us cover in the new year? Email me at dan@wral.com.
I like Don. Don, where are you? I want Don in the studio. Come on.
He's okay. He can be a little annoying, actually. Maybe I found him annoying. Maybe you did too.
As Don said, lighten up, man.
Mike, too much?
I can't wait till the emails come in about Taylor Swift. Can't wait to read those.
You know that.
They're coming.